Planet Dolan.
What was the mysterious Apple game console that failed? What company invested in doomed barcode reading technology? Here are 15 pieces of groundbreaking technology that didn't have the impact they were hoping for. I'm Melissa, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 15, Microsoft Kin. You may not remember the Microsoft Kin because it bombed extremely quickly. These stripped-down smartphones were meant to be budget options for teens, with a focus on social networking. Turns out, though, teens weren't huge fans of a smartphone that doesn't allow apps or games and forces a 2-year contract through Verizon. Number 14, Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Somehow, after about a decade of making quality smartphones that challenged the mighty iPhone, Samsung took a step backwards and produced a device that explodes on its user's face. Surprisingly, this didn't go over well with users, who opted for devices that produced a bit less shrapnel. People can be so picky about their tech sometimes. Number 13, Nokia N-Gage. To be fair, Nokia had the right idea with the N-Gage, and actually sold 3 million units in its lifetime. Cell phones were taking off, and handheld gaming devices were big, so they tried to combine the two. Problem was, in trying to create a good phone gaming device hybrid, they forgot to make it a good phone, or a good gaming device, or to actually give it any good games. Number 12, IBM PCjr. Back in the early 1980s, IBM was a leader of PC technology in offices around the world, but they wanted to get IBM PCs into people's homes. Enter the IBM PCjr, the stripped-down version of the full-size IBM PC that was intended to do mostly the same stuff, but at a fraction of the price and size. What IBM actually delivered was a device that did less stuff for more money. Less than a year later, Apple released the Macintosh, a cultural icon that did everything the PCjr was supposed to do. Number 11, Amstrad Em. Sir Alan Sugar will be forever remembered as the man who fanatically went down with the ship trying to sell a landline telephone that sends emails. Today, having a phone that sends emails isn't crazy at all, but a phone that charges you money for something known as an email call? That's crazy. Despite a lack of sales, profits, interest, or any other measure of success, Amstrad developed 3 generations of the emailer, none of which improved on the concept. Number 10, Microsoft Zune. The Zune did nothing wrong. No, really. Aside from some early software bugs, it was an effective and decent gadget. Its biggest problem was that it was trying to take market share away from the iPod at a time when the iPod was absolutely untouchable. It went up against the juggernaut and got immediately crushed. Number 9, the Ouya. Hey kids, would you like to pay $99 for a home console that lets you play games you'd normally get on your cell phone for free? And would you like to play those games in a controller so terrible, you'd actually rather use your phone as a controller? Great! Go back in time and buy the Ouya on Kickstarter. And don't say I didn't warn you. Number 8, Google Glass. Not everything Google touches turns to gold. Some of them turn into Google Glass. It seems the world wasn't ready for the dumb-looking glasses that cost $1,500 and allowed Google to move its data collection empire into the real world. Despite weak sales and a general sense of discomfort, Google has threatened to re-release Google Glass when it's ready. No telling if we'll be ready for it, though. Number 7, HD DVD. Toward the end of the last decade, when terms like HD and 1080p came into our lives, there was a battle between new competing video formats. The contestants were Blu-ray and HD DVD. One of them still exists. The other halted production in 2008. Toshiba lost nearly $1 billion supporting HD DVD before discontinuing the format. Number 6, Segway. Steve Jobs was certainly a visionary who changed the world, but he was also the guy who said the Segway would be as big a deal as the PC. The Segway was supposed to revolutionize the way people get around in their daily lives, but now it's just a visual gag for making fun of mall cops and gimmick tours. Number 5, Betamax. Betamax was basically the HD DVDs of the 80s. An arguably just as good or better alternative to VHS, Sony's Betamax format suffered from a fatal flaw: a 1-hour runtime limit. Since VHS tapes could hold 2 hours instead of 1, most entire movies fit on a single tape, and it was more readily embraced by retailers and consumers alike. Number 4, Apple Pippin. Did you know that Apple and Bandai co-developed and released a dedicated video game console in 1995 with a wireless controller? Yeah, neither did anyone else, including most game developers. Among other things, a $599 price tag at launch, twice that of the Sony PlayStation, doomed the console despite some ahead-of-its-time console features like a built-in modem for online play. Number 3, Nintendo Virtual Boy. Nintendo's most famous console flop saw less than 24 games released before it's being discontinued. VR has long been a fascination for the video game industry, but the Virtual Boy is one of the first in a long line of attempts to give people headaches. It may have been worth rethinking the red LED on black background motive as well. Number 2. Apple Newton. A lot of tech failures are basically the result of a company having a good idea, but introducing it before the public is ready, or before the existing technology can actually make it useful. That's basically where the Apple Newton ended up, as an Apple tablet that was bulky, unwieldy, and didn't do enough to justify carrying it around everywhere. The Newton wasn't exactly terrible. Many consider it to have been good technology that was just mismanaged, but it's still remembered as a colossal flop with a troubled development. Number 1. CueCat Barcode Reader. Okay, that thing I just said about technology flops being good ideas with bad timing? That doesn't apply here. Sometimes, people just try to solve problems that don't exist. Here's what you're supposed to do with the CueCat Barcode Reader. Take the scanner and scan a specially marked barcode. Then plug your device into your computer and whoa! It takes you to a website! Nobody was ever able to explain how this was supposed to be easier than typing a link into your browser, but Wired and Businessweek bought in and started printing CueCat codes in their magazines. What makes this even more embarrassing is that Digital Convergence, the company behind CueCat, shipped huge amounts of these devices out for free in the hopes of getting people on board. Naturally, this made the whole experiment even more expensive, but not any more successful. What do you think was the biggest technology flop? Let us know in the comments, and we'll pin our favorite to the top. That's all for now, guys. I'll catch you next week.